Welcome to Keeper's Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Pisces. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, Pisces. I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. And I see some cards that just want to show. This is a reading for November. This is a different kind of reading. Oh, look at that. To come out right away, the moon. These cards are loose here. It is about releasing. Oh my goodness, they're just falling out because they know I'm doing it this way. It is about release for the month of November. Letting go what is no longer serving and being able to go into the darkness to get to the light. I'm thinking, is this one? This one wants to come out. Oh my. Card on the bottom. Oh, it's there. Okay. Deck. Okay, let's take this one and this and this one. Oh, she's back. Okay. And this one. Okay. Pisces, I'm caught up in choosing the cards simply because it is in the cards that want to reveal themselves that will do the layout. I'm not using the traditional Celtic cross that I usually do for the monthly read. I'm just going with the cards telling the story this time around. And these were the loose ones. Okay. I'm doing this reading on the 16th of November, so yeah, we're in the middle of the month, but it's not about the month of November. It's about what you, Pisces, need to release and let go, free yourself of for the end of this year, 2025, not just for the month of November, but we are coming to the end of this year and what we need to let go of so that we can move into 2026 with an open heart and a free mind. I think that is what I've been called to do for this month of November. You know, it's the first time I actually put it into those words. It's for your reading. I seem to feel deeply connected because you do run deep. Your emotions run deep. And it's not just about emotions. It is what needs to be released. Going into the dark and facing the darkness. I keep wanting to see this card. Here it is, Ace of Wands. Okay. I'm using the stained glass tarot for this read, and it is because the colors are speaking to me more. The way that the light hits them, or the way that they reflect off of my vision, is what's calling me back to this deck. I felt that I had to go back to this deck for this month. I may not use it for December, but that's neither here nor there. Right now, we're in November. We're looking at what needs to be released. And Pisces, the King of Cups, is ever so prominent, looking toward the future, wanting to be committed. But I see a sullen face here. I see somebody's not smiling too much here. A little pensive in what is to come. Maybe a little worried. Maybe because the bottom of the deck shows the Eight of Cups and Page of Cups, which make that 9. So it is the ending up of something coming to an end, and it is deeply emotional. Very emotional. We have the Six of Cups, so could be a love that's come to an end, or childhood, going back in childhood and remembering remembering what we did love and what we want to move forward to, because the Page of Cups is focused on going towards what they want, which would make 9 cups, looking for that satisfaction. Again, we see the 2 of Wands, and just before that we have the 4 of Cups. So it's breaking free of some lethargy. And I have another card that wants to show itself here as the Ace of Pentacles. So this is split. I will look at this again. So I only have the one hand. I need to put this down. Coming back to our King of Pentacles, we have the 9 of Wands. This is probably why there's sullen reflection in the face of this king, because there's a lot of work that has been put upon him. Oh, he is burdened by what was and is looking forward to putting an end to this, whatever the work was. We have the Strength card with our Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, the Sun, and the King of Wands. Oh my. So we have that passion for the truth and overcoming and being truthful about what took place in the past. Could be about an ego, could be about work position, could be about just attitude, wanting to be happy, working at figuring out where to place what. Maybe that's the burden that he's had. And I say he because it's a masculine energy. We have the sun with the fire signs. Sorry, the fire signs. The sun with the King of Wands projecting could be a fire sign, as Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be. Could just be that there was passion, great passion in wanting to bring in happiness, and instead there was disappointment. Plan that maybe our King of Cups had in mind didn't come in, was disappointed with. Few scenarios are showing here with the sun, in that wanting to speak the truth, revealing the truth, and overcoming and having that forgiveness come, because we have our Queen of Pentacles, who is very grounded and really focused on taking care of and making sure that everybody has what they need. She's able to overcome, so she's able to take care of herself, in the sense where if the plan didn't go right, she would still come through unscathed. Or if she lost anything of value, it wouldn't take her long to acquire values again, where if it is that she lost money. But I don't see that here. The loss here is not, it's not so much of a loss. The disappointment is about telling the truth, telling that truth about certain disappointments, being able to speak up and share the truth, and having that sense of bravery, because we see the Strength card here hemming in our queen. So with the sun, and there's bravery with the sun, there's that majestic side of this king where he's shining in his truth. He's able to tell. So maybe in the heydays, you see, but again, the happiness turned into disappointment for the queen is what I'm seeing, where the coupling is struggling. That togetherness is a struggle, because she has to muster up her strength. She has to bring in her valor, her bravery, to keep things going. This king is not happy. He's not reflecting happiness. His commitment is still there. So he could have gone from King of Wands to King of Cups, where he had all that passion. Now he's more on the emotional side, where he felt free, but then his freedom shifted. I've brought in the Moonology deck. Oh, look at that. It's just split. I'll shuffle from there. The Moonology Manifestation Oracle deck by Yasmin Boland. This is to help us with our manifestations, because come November, we're already manifesting what's going to happen in December, what we want for the coming year. We're putting more pressure on ourselves. We're really thinking, okay, for 2026, etc., etc. But this is more of a help to let go of what needs to let go. The manifestation is in what you want, what is manifesting for you, how you are manifesting, etc. It really depends on your situation, but the way I'm using the deck is really demonstrating what is manifesting for you, what spirit is helping you with in order to help you release what needs to be let go. Did I pull 2 cards? Wow, you got 2 cards. Okay. Well, for the King of Cups that has a glum look, last quarter moon in Aquarius, reflect on your priorities. And then the new moon in Cancer, to relax. So this is pretty much what you're letting go of. And if you do let go, then you get to relax in the new year. That's interesting. I'm going to take them both. I don't think I could fit them. Well, I fit them, but one is to reflect and the other one is to... Okay. The last quarter is really what you're letting go of. So reflecting on your priorities is pretty much where you're at and what you need to release. We're getting that clear. Being that it's the last quarter brings in that waning moon. So whatever is to be let go of, it's just going to slide away if you allow. And I call you Scorpio now. It is in Aquarius. Pisces, that sense of telling truth and being disappointed, setting up priorities with the Queen. She has to muster up her energy. And I say she, it's because there's kings and queens here. We have 2 kings and 1 queen. So it's either you Pisces are taking on the Queen, or you Pisces are taking on the king. You know who you are in this. But the Queen in itself is that sense of sensibility, being able to overcome, being able to pick up where people leave off, or just begin anew on a turn of a dime. The courage to do so, the courage to take on the burden, is what brings in a commitment and brings that devotion. Now, I see a glum face here. I don't always see that, but today I do. And it's not really wanted. And this is where Spirit is saying to reflect on the priorities. Then we have the new moon in Cancer, being that you take on that responsibility and deal with the priorities, then you will be able to relax. All right, let's take a little further. Let's look a little further in here. Here we have our World card with the Empress. So again, reflecting that Queen back into putting an end to a cycle, getting those priorities in order and putting an end to something, because she's looking at just that, looking back at the last, looking back at what was ended or what had come to an end, what was lost even, what was let go. We have the Ace of Pentacles to start a new beginning with the Ten of Cups and have that happiness, being able to relax, being able to let go. See, we have the King of Pentacles with the Four of Cups. So that negative energy, ego again, having to make changes and remembering, doing it for the children, remembering, knowing that what we did before brought us to our happiness, but then I want my satisfaction. I want to take what I remember and move on with it. Have a new beginning. Lots of work here. Again, Spirit is saying that you put your priorities in order, then you'll be able to relax. The World, getting the just desserts, looking at what was done and seeing the just desserts come forward. I kept looking at the Ace of Wands here to start up a new commitment, or to go back into that commitment and reflect and heal that commitment. Start anew. Bring up the passion, wake up the passion from the King. Go back to the King of Wands from the King of Cups. Bring in that happiness, but doing it with reflection. Again, reflecting on the priorities to bring in that relaxed time. Here we see the Queen of Wands with the Knight of Wands. Oh dear. We have the Queen of Wands looking back. We have the Knight of Wands looking to the future. So we're really sitting on a fence if what we looking back at as a memory and seeing that we have a hope to go off on our own in the future. Queen of Wands here is someone who will either walk away from a relationship, or you, Pisces, are really contemplating being alone and single in the future. For some of you, that could just very well be, because the glum face represents someone who's burdened and really not interested anymore. Just looking toward the future. But then, so is this King looking at happiness. I want my happiness. My happiness is being disappointed here. My happiness is to come clean and tell the truth and go on my own for some and say, I don't want that. I don't want to be in this relationship, or I don't want to do this thing anymore. Depending on your situation, going it alone seems to be the call here. We have, because she's able to do it. She's able to muster up the courage and carry on the burden and just be committed to herself, to her cause. Because being in a relationship might just be what is creating the burden. Somebody wants to heal a commitment and start afresh and become creative and start over and do art, for example. Whatever is their passion, they want to pursue that. Pisces. The moon fell out all by itself. So again, coming into December may very well just be the timing that is allotted here for things to shift. The beginning of a relaxation time is the new moon in Cancer. Now, I don't know when that is. I haven't pulled up a grid to show all of the quarters of the moon shifting for the year coming up, but it's not difficult to see when the new moon in Cancer will be. you could take a look just ask Google, when is the next new moon in Cancer, and you'll get that, and that can give you a window as to when you will feel differently, because it is in Cancer. It's that sense of emotional connectivity. Here we see the Five of Pentacles with the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Oh boy. So again, we're looking back at how we were treated, feeling unloved, unwanted, having a doubt and feeling tossed between two, or tossing between two, and just thinking, I don't want that. I prefer to be alone. I can take care of myself. Not feeling the connection here. Feeling disconnected. Feeling like I should be alone. Thinking I really want to be alone. Looking back at something that has ended. Let's see what we have here. Through the Five of Cups with the Hierophant and the King of Swords. Okay, again, the Hierophant is really looking at what needs to let go here. This is the higher mind. Could have been angry. There could have been anger in the past, and that sense of where we have our King of Pentacles with the Four of Cups. Not shifting, just not shifting the mind, and still not satisfied. And then really looking at what I could do to change this, bringing in that Hierophant to say, well, I remember how it was, and I really want to go for what I love. I want my satisfaction. It's kind of selfish there, eh? And I don't mean it like it's a bad thing. The King of Cups is all about being selfish and taking care of me and what I want and my satisfaction. And I'm committed to getting that. But finding it a burden. Having to let go. Knowing that I need to make that decision to let go. Pisces, you're already ahead because you know that you'll get a new beginning. You know you'll start over, and it will be for true happiness. And again, the Ace of Cups comes in to say, I start with me. I want to start with me to get that happiness. Make an offer because and then we see the Nine of Swords here. So we really don't want to make an offer to anybody. We want to find that satisfaction, self-satisfaction. I want my happiness, Pisces. Very singular here. Very singular. And I don't blame you, because it is the only way to really truly begin again, when you are on your own, taking care of you, and getting into that mode where you can relax and be able to have another relationship when you are ready to have one, because you want to start up something, or you want to put your mind into that creative mode. This is the Three of Cups. So really understanding and knowing what's best for you, and going with what's best for you. And in some cases, it's what's best for the family. It's what's best for the family. And speaking to the family about what's best for you. And being able to let go, because that's pretty much what's showing up here. Being able to let go and know that you must let go. And really not being able to be shifted from letting go. Pisces, you're doing it quite easily as far as I see it. I just want to read up on the new moon in Cancer, because The last quarter is to reflect on your priorities. I don't feel I want to look back further. You are letting go. The cards are saying you're letting go. You want to go on your own. You know when, you know how. You are very deep. You are probably in your element with the darkness right now, being able to let it go and knowing that the relaxation time is coming. Let's take a look at that. See the relax. And that is the new moon in Cancer. I just want to read on that one. I don't know. The other one is not calling. So let's look at the new moon in Cancer. This card holds divine feminine energy, and drawing it strongly suggests that the goddess energy is on your side. Relax. You and your loved ones are being looked after. Whatever your heart holds whatever your heart holds dearest is safe and well. This may not be the time to change or to charge at what, I'll read that again. This may not be the time to charge at what you want. So think about whether you can approach it from another angle. If someone in your life needs you, nurture them. Nurture and be gentle with yourself too. Your diet may need improving for your own well-being. I think that's why I wanted to read that, because it's a call to take care of and nurture the self. You know, that sense of glumness, not being able to take care of someone or feeling that there's difficulty, the anxiety is there underlying, having to start anew, take care of family, really looking at what you want as your happiness, having to go back and reflect on, paying attention to what you really want and aiming for that new beginning, that sense of I want to take a trip on my own, I want to go on my own, I want to do something on my own. Again, it's for family, yeah? That 3 of Cups, I noticed it here. To have a word with the family, to speak and really heal the family. For some, take it as it resonates in your situation, what it is that you feel you need to heal with family members. All right, let's see what you need to, well, we know what you need to, you already know what you need to let go of. We see it here, where you are, either it's attitude, it's a way of thinking, it's just that stubbornness, or that sense of just being free, not taking on what other people are trying to give to you as a burden, because we see that with our King of Cups and the 9 of Wands, where others are being a burden, and he has a glum look for the future. It's really showing in this reading tonight that I'm doing this, and I really like that King. He looks so young, but he looks so young and burdened. All right, what is Pisces dealing with in the dark? I mean, the new moon is pretty dark here, but this is a doorway that's opening up. So it's unfolding and it's going to come naturally, but we have to remember reflecting on your priorities. See? It's really what's in the back. The way they came up, I can't help it. Reflecting on what you did in the past. What is priority to you? Where are you in the darkness, Pisces? Where are you? Let's see. Coming of winter. Okay. Let's take a read on that. You're preparing for the Yuletide. Coming of winter. Going into the dark. It comes in lullabies. It comes in lullabies deep within your mirrored flesh. Alas, it is time to lay your quivering chest upon the winter's coming. Being able to really go it alone. Go into the darkness. Let's see. Coming of winter. The keywords here. Reflect, rest. Again, reflection and then relax. See? Coming in both cards here. The outside world can seem such a cold and distant place. It can be tough to navigate. The trail buried beneath the snow. It is hard to feed your soul when your surroundings offer little nourishment. In the dead of winter, life can be beautiful, still, peaceful, blisteringly cold, unforgiving, changeable. There is but one thing to do when the winter storms come blowing. Seek shelter to rest, recharge, and reflect. We must all take refuge within ourselves from time to time. Our souls need the energy of winter to slow us down so that we conserve our strength for when we need it. A harsh lesson, but learning to face the winters of our lives, perhaps. A harsh lesson, but learning to face the winters of our lives prepares us for facing the future. Take the time to reflect on your choices and the consequences they reveal. Look for ways to evaluate the path you've walked. Learn from the mistakes and celebrate your triumphs without harsh judgment. When the winter winds blow into your spread, it is time for self-reflection. Failure to learn from your experiences often causes the repeat of mistakes. It's time to review the choices you've made without the opinions of others. What choices made your heart happy? What choices left you numb or lacking in inspiration? What is holding you back, and what resources could you use more of? Use the answers to questions like these to get a better understanding of what truly makes you happy and to form a plan to start shifting your life towards the image of your choosing. This card comes with a message to rest. The world will wait for you. Give your mind, body, and soul time to be still. Taking time to recharge is not laziness. It is the choice of supporting yourself. You'll have more strength, energy, and focus to devote time to the things you love when you are rested. That's why my King of Cups looks so glum. He needs a rest. He's been burdened. Winter is coming. It is upon us, my dear Pisces. But you have the strength. You have the knowledge. You have the resources. You need to reconcile with yourself and remember what your true happiness is. Come back to that passion. On that note, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, Pisces, love and light.